Introduction: the morning habits that secretly raise your blood sugar. Every morning, millions of people wake up believing they're starting their day the healthy way. A cup of coffee, a quick breakfast, maybe even a walk. But what if those very routines are silently spiking your blood sugar before you've even checked your glucose monitor? The truth is, diabetes and blood sugar control aren't just about what you eat, they're about how you start your day. Between waking up, your first sip of coffee, and that healthy breakfast, your body goes through powerful hormonal shifts. And if you do the wrong things in those first few hours, your blood sugar can skyrocket and stay unstable for the rest of the day. Studies show that early morning glucose spikes can trigger inflammation, brain fog, and even long-term insulin resistance. Yet most people make the same mistakes thinking they're making good choices. Today, I'll walk you through 10 common morning mistakes that secretly sabotage your metabolism, energy, and blood sugar, and how to fix each one naturally. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do from the moment you wake up to keep your blood sugar calm, your energy steady, and your mind clear, all before 10 a.m. Let's start with the first mistake almost every diabetic makes without realizing it. Mistake number 1: skipping breakfast, or eating too late. You've probably heard that skipping breakfast helps with weight loss, but for diabetics, it can do the opposite. When you wake up, your body releases cortisol, a stress hormone that naturally raises blood sugar to give you energy. If you skip breakfast, your body stays in this stress mode longer, releasing even more glucose into the bloodstream. By the time you finally eat, your insulin sensitivity has already dropped, meaning your cells struggle to absorb that sugar, leading to a higher spike and crash. The result? Fatigue, irritability, and a mid-morning craving for carbs. But it's not just about when you eat, it's also what you eat. If your first meal is processed cereal, toast, or fruit juice, you're basically pouring sugar straight into your bloodstream. Instead, start your day within 60 minutes of waking up with a balanced meal: protein, healthy fats, and fiber. Think eggs with avocado, Greek yogurt with chia seeds, or a protein shake with almond butter. This combination stabilizes cortisol, fuels your muscles, and prevents that roller coaster of sugar highs and lows before lunch. It's not about eating early, it's about fueling smart. Mistake 2: drinking coffee on an empty stomach. For most people, coffee is non-negotiable. But for diabetics, drinking it before food can quietly wreck your blood sugar stability. Here's why. Caffeine triggers a temporary rise in cortisol, the same stress hormone that already peaks when you wake up. When you add caffeine to an empty stomach, it doubles that effect. Your liver reacts by releasing stored glucose, raising your blood sugar before you've even eaten breakfast. In healthy people, insulin can handle that spike, but in diabetics, that extra glucose lingers, creating morning hyperglycemia. Over time, this weakens insulin sensitivity, disrupts hormones, and increases inflammation. To fix it, always eat before coffee, even something small like a handful of nuts, a boiled egg, or half an avocado, and skip the sugar and flavored creamers. These turn a metabolism booster into a glucose bomb. If you want your morning coffee to help instead of harm, try adding cinnamon or MCT oil. Both improve insulin response and reduce the cortisol hit. Coffee isn't the problem, it's the timing. Feed your body first, and your coffee becomes medicine instead of mayhem. Mistake 3: staying seated too long after waking up. One of the worst things you can do for your blood sugar is nothing. That's right, sitting for too long after waking up. When you stay seated during your first hours, scrolling your phone, eating breakfast at your desk, or driving to work, your muscles remain inactive. And inactive muscles don't use glucose. That means your blood sugar has nowhere to go, staying high for hours, even if you haven't eaten much. Studies show that just 2 minutes of light walking after waking up can reduce glucose levels by up to 20% throughout the day. That's because movement activates GLUT4 transporters, special doors in your muscle cells that pull glucose out of your bloodstream without needing insulin. So before your first cup of coffee or email, move. It doesn't need to be exercise. A quick walk around the house, gentle stretching, or even tidying the kitchen is enough to wake up your metabolism. And here's something powerful. Doing this consistently trains your body to respond better to insulin. Think of it as turning on your glucose engines before breakfast, because when your muscles move, your blood sugar improves even before your morning meal begins. Mistake number 4: drinking healthy juices or smoothies. Here's a harsh truth: most healthy morning drinks are secretly spiking your blood sugar, even natural ones. Orange juice, green juice, oat milk lattes, and fruit smoothies sound healthy, but they're often loaded with fructose, the kind of sugar that bypasses insulin and goes straight to your liver. That means your blood sugar doesn't just rise, your liver gets overwhelmed, turning that excess fructose into fat. A single glass of orange juice can contain as much sugar as 2 donuts. And when you drink it without fiber, like in most store-bought or blender-made smoothies, that sugar hits your bloodstream faster than soda. If you want to drink something in the morning, choose infused water with lemon or cucumber or unsweetened green tea. Green tea improves insulin sensitivity and helps your liver process glucose more efficiently. You can also make a protein-based smoothie with unsweetened almond milk, cinnamon, and chia seeds. This combo keeps you full and your glucose stable. Juice cleanses and fruity drinks might sound detoxifying, but for diabetics they do the opposite. They clog your metabolism and exhaust your pancreas before 10 a.m. Mistake 5: starting your day with healthy carbs. Whole grain toast, oatmeal, low-fat granola. They sound healthy, and that's exactly why they're dangerous. Most diabetics start their day with these so-called heart-healthy carbs, but here's the truth. Your morning is the worst time to overload on carbs. When you wake up, your cortisol and blood sugar are already naturally higher. Add carbohydrates on top of that, and your glucose spikes through the roof, even if the carbs are complex. Studies show that breakfast with more than 30 grams of carbs can raise blood sugar for up to 6 hours. And when you eat carbs without protein or fat, your insulin works overtime, causing fatigue and mid-morning hunger crashes. The fix? Rebuild your breakfast. Instead of oatmeal with fruit, try scrambled eggs with spinach and avocado. Instead of toast and jam, try cottage cheese with chia seeds and cinnamon. If you still want oats, mix them with protein powder and unsweetened almond milk to balance the glucose load. Morning carbs aren't evil, they're just timed wrong. You want your blood sugar steady in the morning, so your body burns fat for fuel instead of sugar. Feed your muscles, not your insulin. Mistake 6: ignoring morning hydration. It sounds too simple to matter, but it's one of the most overlooked habits that affect blood sugar, not drinking water first thing in the morning. During sleep, your body loses water through breathing and sweat, even if you don't feel thirsty. That mild dehydration increases your blood's concentration, meaning your sugar levels appear higher, even if you didn't eat anything. Dehydration also signals your liver to release stored glucose as energy, thinking your body is under stress. The result? Higher fasting glucose readings that make you think your medication isn't working, when in reality, you're just dry. Drinking a full glass of lukewarm water with a pinch of sea salt or lemon within 10 minutes of waking up can instantly rehydrate cells, kickstart digestion, and support kidney function. If you take metformin or insulin in the morning, hydration is even more crucial. Water helps your kidneys process those medications efficiently, so before your coffee, reach for water, because sometimes the simplest medicine is the one your body's been craving all along. Mistake 7: eating protein too late in the morning. Most people think protein is just for bodybuilders, but for diabetics it's one of the most important nutrients for blood sugar control. Yet most don't get enough of it, or they eat it too late in the day. When you delay protein until lunch or dinner, your blood sugar spends half the day unbalanced. Protein slows down glucose absorption, stabilizes appetite hormones, and helps your muscles use insulin more efficiently. Without it, breakfast turns into a sugar bomb, and by 10 a.m. you're craving carbs again. Research from the University of Missouri found that eating at least 25-30 grams of protein at breakfast helps prevent glucose spikes for up to 6 hours. That means eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie can keep your blood sugar flat until lunch. Here's a powerful tip. Combine protein with healthy fat in the morning. A simple mix of eggs with olive oil or chia seeds with Greek yogurt slows digestion, balances hormones, and prevents energy crashes. If you're short on time, a scoop of protein powder with almond milk and cinnamon works wonders. Think of morning protein as your body's anchor. It keeps your glucose steady, your energy high, and your focus sharp all day long. Mistake 8: not sleeping enough. This might surprise you, but poor sleep can wreck your blood sugar before you even wake up. When you sleep less than 7 hours, your body produces more cortisol and ghrelin, the hormones that increase sugar cravings and insulin resistance. That means your morning glucose starts higher, your hunger hormones go wild, and you feel the need to fuel up with sugar or caffeine. In fact, just one night of bad sleep can make a healthy person's blood sugar look pre-diabetic the next morning. And for diabetics, that effect is multiplied. Your liver also works differently when you're sleep deprived. It releases extra glucose into your bloodstream because it thinks your body needs more energy to stay awake. To fix this, make sleep part of your blood sugar routine. Aim for 7-9 hours every night and keep your bedtime consistent. Avoid screens and caffeine at least 2 hours before sleep. A cup of chamomile or magnesium glycinate tea before bed can calm your nervous system and improve insulin sensitivity overnight, because no supplement or diet trick can fix what chronic sleep loss destroys: your body's natural rhythm. Mistake 9: drinking coffee before breakfast. This might shock you, but your morning coffee, if taken at the wrong time, could be sabotaging your blood sugar. Here's why. When you wake up, your cortisol, the alertness hormone, is naturally at its peak. That's your body's way of waking up. But caffeine also raises cortisol levels. So when you drink coffee before breakfast, you double that hormonal spike, making your liver release glucose into your bloodstream. The result? A sudden blood sugar surge even before your first bite of food. A study from the University of Bath showed that people who drank black coffee before breakfast had a 50% higher blood sugar response compared to those who waited. The fix? Simple: eat first, sip later. Even a small snack like a boiled egg, a handful of nuts, or Greek yogurt can buffer caffeine's effect and stabilize your glucose curve. And if you love your morning ritual, add cinnamon or MCT oil to your coffee. Cinnamon improves insulin sensitivity, and MCT oil slows caffeine absorption, creating smoother, more balanced energy. Coffee isn't the enemy, the timing is. Drink smart, not fast, and your body will thank you all day long. Mistake 10. Skipping your morning walk. You might think movement only matters after big meals, but your morning walk could be the most powerful glucose-lowering tool you have. Why? Because walking after you wake up triggers your muscles to absorb glucose immediately before it even has a chance to build up in your bloodstream. It's like giving your metabolism a head start before breakfast. Research from the American Diabetes Association found that a 10-15-minute walk before eating can reduce post-meal glucose spikes by nearly 25%. That's because your muscles become insulin sensitive and ready to pull sugar out of your blood naturally. But here's what most people miss: consistency. It's not about intensity, it's about showing up every morning. Even a slow-paced stroll around the block or inside your home counts. If you combine this with hydration and a high-protein breakfast, your glucose will stay steady for the next 6-8 hours. So before you check your phone, step outside. Let sunlight hit your eyes, let your body move, and you'll instantly set your blood sugar rhythm for the day. Closing message, Dr. Adam Watanabe. So here's the truth, my friend. Most diabetics aren't destroyed by one big mistake. They're quietly drained by 1,000 tiny habits repeated every morning. The wrong drink, the skipped breakfast, the late protein, the lack of sleep. Each one pushes your blood sugar a little higher, until one day you feel trapped inside your own body. But here's the good news: it doesn't take a miracle to fix it. It takes awareness, small, steady changes that add up. Drink your water before your coffee, move before you scroll, eat your protein before your carbs. These aren't restrictions, they're reversals. They turn chaos into control. Your blood sugar doesn't have to define your day. You can wake up stronger, calmer, and more in control than yesterday. If this message helped you, leave a comment below with your morning routine. I read every one. And if you're ready to take back your health, subscribe and hit the bell icon, because tomorrow I'll show you the one bedtime drink that helps balance your glucose while you sleep, and it's not what you think.